Hey guys, welcome to my second video. I wasn't gonna do two videos in a week, but I thought since I told you my story yesterday on why I switched to wet shaving, and different things that you need and stuff like that, um, that maybe I'll follow up with a video on the process I take to shave. So let me show you. What I have right now is I have my shaving brush. It's right in there, my Badger, made by Apollo. And I have that soaking in warm water. Um, and that has been soaking for 15 minutes. I've been in the shower, got my face all warmed up, and that is an essential process. That is the most important thing you can do before you start shaving is get in the shower, warm up your skin, open up those pores. If you can't do that for some reason, grab a warm towel and just drape it on your neck for, I don't know, maybe about 3 or 4 minutes. Kind of a hassle, but what I like to do is, jump in the shower and let my stuff kind of soak, and that's including my razor. I'm letting that warm up a bit. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with my shave cream. I'm going to get that out. And I'm going to set this camera back up here, or my phone, whichever. So this is Captain Choice Bay Rum. This is going to be used shaving today, and I'll start lathering that up in a minute. First, what I'm going to do is get my face wet again for just a little bit, and I'm going to have a sample of pre-shave oils from The Art of Shaving. So I'm going to do that. The Art of Shaving is a great store. It's expensive, but they got some cool items in there, but very expensive. So here we go. I'm filling up the sink with hot water. I'll do about, I don't know, maybe a fourth full, not very much, in between a fourth and a third. And then I'm going to splash some of that water on my face to rehydrate it. All right, good. And now I'm going to apply the pre-shave oil. I've used this stuff before, and it's pretty good. I like it. I recommend it. It helps the razor glide much smoother. If you have a beard, I like to rub it on my beard just to hydrate it more, condition it a bit. All right. Okay. So I'm grabbing my Badger brush, and it's dripping with some water. And what I like to do is just give it one ring, and that's it. And then start mixing. And sometimes you might feel that you need more water. If your soap feels a little bit dry, and that's okay too. Just lightly dip the Badger brush. It doesn't take much water. Lightly dip the Badger brush in your sink, and put some more water in your soap dish. When I'm doing this, I like to mix it this way, and then every once in a while I'll switch directions for a couple seconds, and I'll go back to my dominant direction, which is right. And lathering can actually take the longest to do because you want to build a good thick lather up, nice and rich. And I'm actually going to go short here and not lather up as much as I usually would, just to, so we don't have a long video. Okay, so that's my lather. Got it nice and good. I hate having lather on my fingers. So, and then lightly just twirl it in a circular direction. Whatever you do, do not shave in the shirt that you tend to wear for the day. Just a heads up. Now, when you start shaving with a safety razor, you go three different passes. If you have really sensitive skin, you can get away with 2, depending on how close you want to get. But I like to go 3 because I like a close shave. So, okay. First pass, I think that's good. Okay, I'm going to re-warm up my razor and get it hot. And for my first pass, you want to go with the grain. Now, my neck hair is, it's different. My neck hair just goes everywhere. My grain is up and down on this side, up and down on this side. It's just, I'm a hot mess, but always go on your first pass with the grain. So that was the first pass. I used one side of the razor, and now I'm going to flip it over and use the clean side. And then rinse. It's always important to rinse. You don't want a dirty razor on your passes. Yesterday I was shaving with my razor, and actually I had a bad shave. I had a dull razor in it. It was just slicing the crap out of me. So today I have a new razor in. Hopefully the irritation will be down. Never shave over a second time on an area that you just shaved that doesn't have any type of shaving cream on it. That will cause irritation. When you're shaving the arm on this side, always have your razor like this at an angle. Some people like this, some people like it like that. I kind of do both depending on where I'm shaving, but the angle is key. Shape my beard up. Okay. And under my lip. Now these spots, my upper face above my beard and around my lip area, I only do one pass on those. I'm not worried about, really this one and this one. I'll do a second pass on them maybe once every 2 weeks, if that. So, all right. So what I like to do is for my second pass is I drain out the water, get all that soap out of there, and get the gross hair stubble out. I like to clean it so I can get some fresh water. And then fill it back up with warm water. I let my razor soak again in there. Okay, so my razor's soaking in the water right there, if you can see that. So, and then what I'm going to do is relather while that's soaking back up. So, and then I'm going to add just another little bit of water back in this. While I'm lathering this up, you know, I want to warn you that if you start doing this, you know, it's highly addictive. And my wife kind of complains because I like to shave a lot, and she works long hours and stuff, and I work for the state, and my commute a day is about 2 hours for the day. So I usually leave like around 4:30 in the morning. So I don't shave in the morning because I like my sleep. I always like to shave before bed. And so I usually get home maybe around 5. I got 3 kids that I'm with that I love very much. I love my kids. I have a daughter. She's 4. I have an 8-year-old boy and then an 11-year-old boy. So I'm pretty busy. But we get home usually 4:30, 5 o'clock, sometimes 5:30. So my day is usually shot. And so I shave at night, and I'm usually shaving right when my wife gets home. And, you know, it's addicting. But, you know, but she's cool. She doesn't mind. She doesn't mind too much. So I want to get a good, nice lather, because these are the problem passes that I'm about to do. The second pass is actually, I want to say, worse than my against the grain pass. This is a side pass. So I kind of do this just to even out the cream a bit. So here's my hand. So like I said, sideways. This is a little bit of a difficult angle, but you'll get the idea. One thing you want to be careful of is that's why when I buy a double-edged razor, a safety razor, I want one that's heavy. And the reason for that is because when you're shaving with these, you don't want to add any pressure. So I'm letting the weight of the razor do all the pressure naturally for me. If you have any moles on your face or anything like I got one there, be careful going around those or shaving them because it will slice them. And if I'm not mistaken, I might have just sliced it. I'm not sure. It's not bleeding, so maybe I didn't. All right, so third and final pass. We drain the water a bit. Clean out the sink. Like I said, I'm kind of OCD with the hair in my sink. I mean, you might not be, and that's okay too. It's just I don't like having hair in my fresh water. So fill that back up with hot water. And the water that I'm using is absolutely hot, like to the point where I can't have my hand under it. And that's, you know, the hotter that you can stand it, the better when you're shaving. So I'm gonna do a third pass. I'm gonna show you a trick with my lather on the third pass. You know, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos on how to wet shave before I started. And I've only seen one person mention this, but it means a lot of difference when you're shaving. So it also will save you on your shave soap because you're not wasting it. So I'm mixing my shave soap up again. Nice thick lather. You know, a lot of people that I've talked to, like my close friends and stuff, I've mentioned to them, I'll bring it up to them, like, hey, why don't you guys switch to, you know, safety razors? And a lot of them are afraid to because they're just, for some reason, they're afraid they're going to cut themselves. And, you know, I guess I was like that too, and I was a little hesitant on it, just because I have such sensitive skin. But, I mean, it has worked out well for me. So if you're hesitant on it, don't be. Don't be at all. Just get a good mild razor blade if you start out. Like I said, if you're going to start out in my previous video, use the Vanderhagen. It's a good mild razor. It's a good starter set. That's what I would recommend. All right, so I was going to show you guys the little trick that I like to do. Is I like to hold my brush and I squeeze that up and get all that rich lather off. I mean, that has a lot of nutrients in it. It's really rich, and that way you're also not wasting it. And then just dab it on, you know, a couple spots. Do it again. Just kind of massage it into your skin. And I really like to use it around my trouble areas, which is where my Adam's apple is. And that's usually normal for everybody. And just like right in here. And then just kind of smooth it in. Good. I got a nice, rich lather. Look at that. That is awesome. That's amazing. Nice lather off my hands. Okay, now against the grain. Remember, go slow. Nice angle, no pressure. Just let it glide. A lot of people like to do short strokes or long strokes. I prefer to do short. I feel like you have more control, and it gets, you know, you don't lose a lot of control over what you're doing, and it just seems like it covers the area better. So now do this side. Now on when I'm doing passes with such rich lather, If you remember, I told you to shave like this and flip it over. Well, you got a lot of crap right there. So I just, instead of flipping it over, I just rinse it off before I flip it. And then I go back to the other side that I didn't use on that pass. So that's it. I'm gonna rinse this sink out. Now I'm gonna rinse, right now I'm rinsing the lather off my face. In case you wonder where I disappeared to. And now I'm just getting any areas that I may have missed. Now when you have a beard and you got such rich lather on, you might have to go back over it just to, got a good shave, nice and smooth. Yeah. So I'm just gonna go back over my beard for a minute. And when I go back over my beard, I cheat and I don't use any lather, and that's okay, it works for me. So. All right, perfect. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments, oh, you know what? Before I let you guys go, it is very important. After you're done shaving, take your Badger brush and you want to rinse it, okay? So you want to get all the crap off that you just used. What I do, I just, run it under the faucet. Run in the faucet, and then I just do that as I do it. And then one final squeeze, so it has really no more water in it. The water will ruin your brush. And that's it with that. And then your razor. It's metal, it will rust. You got to take it apart every time. Thoroughly dry your blade. Hold on. Let me get the blade out. So I'm not showing you half the razor. Okay, so I always keep a dry cloth near me. And I just dab that off a bit. Put on a dry surface. Dry the bottom comb part with the safety guard on it. Nice and dry. The top of the razor. Dry the underneath part, because that's where the blades touch. And then just set them back on. Take the bottom part on. The handle's nice and dry. And if you have a different razor, use a different technique, but on mine I screw it on, so there, got it. And then I wipe my finger oils off of the top of my razor. I don't know, I'm just particular like that. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Had a good shave. So please feel free to comment if you have any questions. Comment in the comment section below. And that's it. Thanks, guys. Bye.